Hello, I'm the X3Cat, and welcome back to the Feature Preview. Feature Previews are a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you features that are going to be included in the next major update coming out for Minecraft on the console. The reason this is possible is because I can show you PC gameplay of the corresponding update, which we now know is at least 1.9 for the PC, which means when we know a feature is on the console, instead of just showing you screenshots and stuff, I can show you actual gameplay of that, which is what I'm doing in today's video with the lingering potions. These are a pretty cool thing, not just because they're a potion effect that can last for a really long time, just like that, and they also look pretty amazing, right? But they're also really important because they used to make tipped arrows, something we do know and have seen is in the next update. So in today's video, I'm going to be explaining exactly how these things work, because like I said, they're just really amazing to look at, and I think you're going to want to make them yourself. So with that said, I hope you do all enjoy this week's feature preview. Like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like the feature previews, and also make sure to check out all the rest of these about the next update, because there's a whole bunch of things you can learn about. We're still not sure about the dual wielding one, but for the most part, the rest of them are going to be in here. And yeah, let's get started by talking about the lingering potions, because, you know, they're confirmed because of the tipped arrows thing, but the way you make them is kind of complex, because they also changed the brewing mechanics, you know, in the same update you got them, which means things get even more confusing. So we're going to go step by step just to make sure you truly understand this. Again, this is why, you know, just saying over the screenshot, like, oh, you get them by doing this, isn't very useful, because first of all, you're going to need to get Dragon's Breath, a brand new item. So bear in mind, Dragon's Breath is a brand new item they added in 1.9 for the PC, which you get from, you know, going to the Dragon's Breath attack, which we have on console right now, but they didn't have on PC at the time, and you scoop it up using a glass bottle. So, yeah, in the same way that you can use a glass bottle to scoop up some water if you really want to, and go like that, you can use, you know, glass bottles now in this new update to scoop up Dragon Breath. So, obviously, you have to be in the end, and you have to be fighting the dragon to get this, so it's kind of a dangerous material, but when you do get it, you get this kind of cool bottle that looks something like this. So, yeah, this is Dragon Breath, as you're seeing right on the wall right here, and this is the key component of the lingering potions, because in the same way that you make splash potions by taking a regular potion and adding gunpowder to it, which you're probably aware of by now, you can make a, the lingering potion by taking a regular, by taking a splash potion, sorry, so, you know, the next level. Let's take 3, in fact. Let's take a healing, let's take a leaping, let's take all 3 of these together, and then let's, throw in our Dragon's Breath. So, obviously, this new update, like I said, there is a brand new mechanic too, and that they've made it so that if you want to actually make a brewing stand work, it now requires fuel. In the same way a furnace requires fuel, you're going to need the same thing for your brewing stands, so we're going to have to put some blaze powder in there too. So let's just put like 5 blaze powder, and as you can see, that's going to brew our potions for us. So yeah, it seems like it's more complex because there's just a whole another slot going on there, but realistically, this brand new slot is just fuel the furnace using blaze powder. There's one more use for blaze powder in the game, and if you use it, you can, fuel the furnace for pretty much any action, but in this case, we're using it to turn our splash potions, these 3 right here, into lingering potions. So as you're going to see in just a second, boom, we've got 3 brand new types of potions, all of the lingering types, which are pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, let's take these with us, and let's show you exactly why these things are so cool. So you already saw them earlier, but these obviously can work for any effect. I think it was a leaping potion finally, but let's show you another one, because yeah, once you throw this, it will make, the very spot it lands on, it makes a fairly large radius. I think it's like 5 by 5, and that radius will then be entirely surrounded with the potion effect. As you can see right this, it's circular, but not like perfectly. Like, again, it's a little hard to explain, but basically anyone who goes within this radius will get that effect. So I just went in there, and I got jump boost of 20 seconds, and I can jump double as high for a whole 20 seconds, but it's not just limited to like jump boost, it's not just limited to like invisibility and a few other potions like that. Any potion can be turned into a lingering potion. However, their effects are kind of limited. So for instance, the duration is always going to be reduced by a quarter if it's a duration boost potion. So for instance, that leap boost potion, 20 seconds isn't really as much as you'd expect from a regular potion. That's because lingering kind of weakens the effect to make it go over such a wide area. But the second thing you need to bear in mind is if you have a healing or a harming potion. So let's take harming first, and then we'll heal ourselves. The harming potion, for instance, does less damage per hit, because obviously, again, it's a wider area. Instead of doing, I think it's like 1.5 or 3, or maybe it's 3 and 6. Instead, as you can see right here, okay, no, that's a full 3, so I guess that's how it works. But yeah, it does half the damage of what it's meant to do, because, obviously, again, if it's covering such a wide area, to kind of balance it out, it does it like that. However, one little thing about these potions that makes them a bit more familiar is that they have the exact same throw distance / radius as a splash potion. So let's take our swiftness potion, let's take our slowness potion, and if I throw them at the exact same spot, so notice exactly where that lands, and then see where that is, it's the exact same spot. So if you know how to throw a splash potion, you know how to throw a lingering potion. Easy stuff, and also the lingering potions are just pretty cool. I think they're mostly better for either the friendly effects if you're playing in giant games, which on Minecraft console you're not doing so much, but they're also useful for harming effects if you want to protect an area. So you saw that harming one, for instance, is probably the most powerful one, because you throw that somewhere and people aren't going to want to come past. So yeah, something that's kind of useful to know about. Lingering potions generally work better with hurting effects. Again, they can work with healing, but helping friends. But generally speaking, because there aren't as many players on Minecraft console, the harming potions are going to be better. So there's everything you need to know about the lingering potions themselves. But the other key part you need to know about why they're so useful in this update, because by themselves, I wouldn't say they're really going to do too much. Like, how often do you really want to use one of these potions in survival? But one of the things you might want to do with them is use them to craft arrows. So if you surround them with arrows, again, this is classic crafting. In the the manual crafting, you're going to actually have an option just to be like, oh yeah, let's go to arrows and let's make cool ones. But if we want to make strength arrows, we can do that too. If we want to make, the same with any other type of arrow, we can do that using these potions. So yeah, lingering potions, they're coming in this update. At least they should be. I mean, there's a chance they'll craft them a different way, but, most of the time when 4J does something, they do it the long-term way rather than the short-term way, and, in terms of, like, updating to the PC, which means you can probably expect to see lingering potions in this update, and, again, I really don't think there's too many uses for them in survival, but when it comes to PvP, they're extra useful. When it comes to, playing friendly with lots of survival, they can be useful, and it's something worth bearing in mind, especially for these potions, because, harming potions are just objectively better arrows, and you might as well use them, right? I think so anyway, and, yeah, hopefully, this is something you will learn from. There's going to be a third type of potion, and it's pretty darn useful. Oh, also one thing to keep in mind is it's coming out for the Pocket Edition at the same time, so just in case you also play that game, now you know how to make them there too. So with that said, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. Like it if you did like it, because it helps out the channel, and let us know you do like the feature previews, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching this one. Again, reminder to check out all the other feature previews on, like bolts, on, the Elytra, on all these other things. I really recommend you do it if you want to learn about the stuff, and also it's good for my channel, of course, which is why I'm recommending it. But with that said, hope you did all enjoy the video, because I'll see you all in the next one. And yeah, we're in New York City, by the way, just in case you didn't guess that. But yeah, goodbye, everyone.